In today's world, social and economic forces had an impact on contemporary architecture. The public influence impact heavily on design, and architects always design for what the people need. With the resource that the economy is given, architects are forced to play around with their design to represent it in a way that will satisfy city and government. The 30 St. Mary Axe, also known nickname the Gherkin, designed by Norman Foster and Ken Shuttleworth, is one of the most recognized examples of contemporary architecture that has been influenced by social and economic forces. When viewing the city of London, the other buildings have similar types of style, but the 30 St. Mary Axe looks completely different at the time it was made. The form and shape of this building is both radical and interesting, but during the time of its emergence, different types of social forces influenced the development of its design. The building's overall design, sustainable features, material, and form are evidence that economic and social forces were at play in forming this building. Modernism architecture is a style that uses glass, steel, and concrete. Its idea is to follow function over form, the idea of embracing minimalism and rejecting ornamentation. In this video, I will be highlighting the use of modernism in Norman Foster's design and how design followed the use of function more than the use of form. The birth of this building happened in 1992 during the explosion that detonated in the financial district of London. Originally, planners proposed to reconstruct the Baltic Exchange, but the explosion did great damage to the building and made it unrecoverable. Eventually, planners soon decided to design an architecturally significant building that would satisfy city authorities. The construction of this building started in 2001 and was complete in 2003. It was opened to the public on April 28, 2004. This building had to be constructed in a record-breaking time due to demand from the public. The public requested the construction to be done because this would be a limitation in accessibility at the insurance district in London. The city authorities were very pleased with this new design because this building will provide revenue, create a significant landmark in London, and also follow old traditional streetscape of London. This is an example of how public heavily influenced the design of the Gherkin, due to the fact that the design had to follow for the public need and had to be made so that it would satisfy the city's authorities. Originally, Norman Foster's idea was to create a much larger scale design, making it the largest tower in Europe. It would have been called the Millennium Tower, with 92 floors and 386 meter high. The public feared that it would negatively affect airport flight plans, and there would also be concerns for the building to interfere with views of certain buildings in parts of the city. Its unusual size would look out of scale from the city of London. Norman Foster's idea was instantly shot down due to the public's influence. At the end, his design was scaled down to only 180 meter high with 41 floors. Another example of the public Gherkin that was influenced by social and economic forces are the use of materials overall in the building. First, the main structure that acts as the core of the building is steel. The building uses 35 kilometers of steel and weighs 10,000 tons. The support system of this tower is ensured by steel external reinforcement, which is supported by two powerful inverted Ts that at a height of 2 levels. About 29% of it is used diagonal, 24% of it is used as columns, and 47% are used for the beams. The creation of steel in this building requires a special approach compared to other buildings in London. Other buildings in London usually uses a straight type of column, but the Gherkin uses a triangular approach compared to other buildings. Next, the glass facade around the building is fully glazed with double skin. About 24,000 square meters of glass was used for the exterior of the building. The facade was designed in a way that can provide a safe and very easy access to all internal and external glazing for cleaning. By using a lot of glass, it will allow maximum penetration of daylight into the office to reduce the need of artificial lights. The amount of steel and glass used in this building is an example of Norman Foster's design style of modernism. As you can see in this building, its serves and use follows modernism, and the absent use of other types of architectural style is not included. Its main use is for the people and to look futuristic. In conclusion, what drives contemporary architecture today are social and economic forces. The influence of society is heavily impacted on design due to the crave for peaceful comfort. With the resource that the economy is given, architects are forced to play around with the design to represent it in a way that will satisfy city and government needs. For this reason, the 30 St. Mary Axe, named the Gherkin, recognizable example of contemporary architecture that has been influenced by social and economic forces. Its overall design was due to the public's needs. All of these features did help from the building today, But at the same time, to evolve these features, the need of society and economic is required. Without the influence of the public or economic, the design of the Gherkin may have never been created. It may have just turned out to be a typical building around London today. The Gherkin is just one example of a modernism building that serves function over form. The future of building is heading back into modernism, creating for the people instead of considering the form.